You're about to listen to Death by Vanilla, a conversation with cringy consequences.
Hey, what'd you do that for? What's that? Oh, give me that. What'd you do that for? What'd you do that for? Hey, what'd you do that for? What'd you do that for? What'd you do that for? What's that? Oh, give me that. What'd you do that for?
Vanilla.
Just what I was fixing to do.
NSYNC, just like the band that flopped in the 90s. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching Death by Vanilla, a show where two out-of-touch white men try to navigate a conversation. Dude, it's bad.
You've messed it up for the past
sorry.
3 episodes. You need to get your stuff together.
I can't do it anymore.
You got it. You got this.
All right. Okay. All right.
Help him out.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching Death by Vanilla, a show where two out-of-touch white men try to navigate. You know what, Kev? Go ahead. Yeah, that's all you, man.
Welcome to Death by Vanilla, the show where two out-of-touch white men, pasty, try to navigate a conversation without stepping on a landmine of cringe. I'm your host, Caleb Schreiber.
And I'm your host, Timothy Schreiber. And today we're talking to DJ.
Yes, sir.
Not the Khaled.
Nope.
But I could be.
He actually probably does more than DJ Khaled, that's for sure.
DJ is a self-recorded artist. You can find his music on SoundCloud.
This is all new for me, too.
You're learning all this
I'm
information?
just learning
You can
this
find his
now.
music on SoundCloud.
Yep.
He's working on dropping some merch right now. And also, biggest thing yet, it's his birthday.
Yes, sir.
Yay, happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
18.
Thank you. Thank you.
You get to give us your time.
Yeah.
He's here.
My time.
He could be anywhere else. He's in that chair.
You could be at Texas Roadhouse right now getting up on a saddle.
Don't even bro. That's really my favorite place, ever.
I love
Oh, it is Texas Roadhouse?
Texas Roadhouse. I love it.
Top tier, dude. Their ribs are amazing. It's so basic, but I get them every time. I tried their steak last time because I'm just, I said a couple episodes ago, I'm not a big steak person. And then the people kept telling me, try a good steak first, then come talk to me. And I tried it.
He tried it from the Cork. The Cork is like the
word,
closest
yeah.
thing you're
Yeah.
going to get to like a good steak around here. And he was like, nah, I hate it.
No, it's not that I hate it. I think
he has a beef intolerance.
I prefer, yeah.
He hates
honestly.
cows.
I hate it.
He's racist against cows.
Listen, man,
more
I just
chicken.
like chicken.
Eat more chicken.
That's right.
Also, information you need to know, me and DJ work together. We're co-workers. We both work at Chick-fil-A.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. DJ. So we're having DJ on because literally like last night, okay, we're working together. And he starts telling a crazy story about himself getting stabbed.
Yeah, it was crazy. it's a pretty crazy event.
Yeah, he got stabbed.
Back it up.
So we got stabbed.
We're gonna have to hear about that
So
one.
the first thing that all of us said was, you didn't get stabbed. But tell us how you got stabbed. Shoot. Go ahead.
Okay. So it was 2 years ago, 16th birthday rolls around, and me and my mom were going to the mall, and we go into Spirit Halloween. I don't even remember what we got, but I go back home to open up what we get, and my dad got me this cheap Walmart knife the day before, and I got it it got hooked onto some zip ties on the package, and then the knife slipped right into my arm.
Oh.
It was brutal.
Hospital that day on my birthday. Didn't do anything but sit in the hospital
On your
chair for
birthday?
But the
yeah.
boy got stabbed. By
So this is your
himself.
second worst birthday you've had so far, then.
No, 2 years before that, I broke
No, he said, no, this is the worst.
I broke my leg on my birthday.
Painkillers on that birthday.
Bro,
I have bad birthday moments.
dude just has like he's
Bad birthday
right now
mojo.
he's living out Happy Death Day. That's what he's living out. Every single time it's his birthday, he goes,
Bad birthday mojo.
Well,
jeez.
yeah, he had pain medicine on the other day, so like today's got to be at least a little bit better.
Do you have the scar still?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh,
Dude, can we
that's
post
actually kind
a
of a
pic-
sick scar.
Can we post a picture too?
Yeah, sure.
You guys send me the picture.
Yeah.
Drop
Word,
the
I got it.
picture.
Yeah, I'll send a picture.
If you guys were interested to see what his flesh looks like now, you're not going to see it.
The wound
Regardless.
looked a
It
lot
looks scarred
crazier, yeah.
over. Okay. Do you got any other crazy things that happened in you? That we just want to get to know DJ. We want
Oh, okay,
DJ to tell
okay.
his life.
Okay, I've been through some crazy stuff. A real crazy event, probably like this happened right before I moved. It was probably like 4 years ago. So I grew up in a really controversial neighborhood, like pretty bad neighborhood.
What do you mean by controversial neighborhood?
Things would happen, but like you weren't allowed to like say anything about it. Like the FBI truck would always be on a corner lurking. There'd
Okay.
be weird vans, which you know is the DEA's in there.
Yeah.
I lived right across the street. I lived right across the street from a drug mafia.
Okay.
Almost. So then I knew what was going on all my life. I knew what a drug mafia is since I was like 5 because I knew that people were always getting picked up left and right. So then a group of people moved in probably like 7 years ago, and then they were just living there. Didn't know nothing, knew they looked kind of sketchy. So one night I'm home alone. I'm 12, 13. And then all of a sudden this red van pulls up. And then like you live in a sketchy neighborhood, a random van pulls up, you get kind of suspicious. So I'm looking out the window. 30 minutes in, 12 guys hop out, full body gear, assault rifles, run up to the door, pound it in. The people weren't home.
Into your house.
And not into
No.
my house, the
Oh,
house
okay.
across the street. The house
Okay,
across the
okay.
street. If they came into my house, I don't know if I'd be here right now.
DJ his pants right there.
No. So they go into the house across the street, and then I hear gunfire, and all this stuff's going on, and I'm like, oh boy. So I duck behind the couch, and I'm like, uh-oh, what do I do? So I call my dad. He's like, uh-oh, I'm on my way home now. And then I see them all. They get back in the van. They're like, yeah, they weren't here. We got to go. And then they just went
gee.
and they left. And I'm like, well, if you didn't pick anybody up, you just like crashed through their house. Their doors off. I don't think you're going to get them. They're probably going to leave as soon as they see this.
You should have joined them that day.
Yeah.
They get home. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. The door was just gone. They took out the big ramming system and just went through the door. It was probably the coolest, one of the coolest things
You watched
I've
the
ever seen.
entire thing from
I
like
was,
your
yeah, I
freaking
watched
window?
the entire thing from my window. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty scary.
They asked him for motivation for Stranger Things. Apparently, they got with all those vans on the corner.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
it was
dude.
crazy.
I had an ice cream truck growing up, but it didn't have like, federal agents in it. So like,
No. I was like, I knew something was gonna go down. Whether it was like gang off, gang vibe, but when I seen like the vests and all the assault rifles, I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
You're like just like Call of Duty.
Yeah, it was pretty.
yeah, there's a lot of things that we could like pack into there because that's a huge, like, where were your parents? Where were they?
I think it was like a summer. They were at work. I was just chilling at home. I see the red van.
You have siblings.
My siblings, I never really lived with them.
Oh,
really.
okay.
My sister, my oldest sister is 30. And then next after that, I have an adopted sister that only lived with us for a year. And then my other sister, she moved out as soon as she turned 18.
Okay.
And I'm like 3 years younger. So yeah, she wasn't home either.
Okay. Dude. Tim, do you have any stories like that?
Yeah, this one time, one of our neighbors came out and said, "Hey," and I don't know, that's pretty scary to me, My mom said never talk to strangers. I think that's like traumatizing, traumatizing
To
stuff.
talk to your neighbors?
Yeah,
Because then that was the last time you talked. So that neighbor that you're talking about's moved out now.
yeah.
Can you remember the last time you like talked to that neighbor
to
since
them?
then? Was that the last time you talked to that
No,
neighbor?
we shared the stupid waves. Like, I acknowledge your existence. How are you? I so like sometimes I'd pull in and then I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I am gonna say it. Linda and Jerry, screw you. If you see this, screw you. I'm glad you're gone, man. I pulled in and then like she was getting her mail and she was like, hey. I'm like, hey, Linda, and then walk back inside. And then we got these new people. They're pretty nice. They own a bar in our neighborhood, not in our neighborhood, but close to us. And they're actually pretty nice. They're pretty nice. I feel bad though, because the introduction to us was Apollo coming out and jumping up on them.
Apollo's his dog. By
Yeah,
the way.
our dog. Yeah, no, it's actually my brother. My
He just came out and just jumped on.
yeah, she and she was like, this poor woman was just holding her like little puppy, and she's like, and I'm like Apollo. I'm like, he won't hurt you, but he was. So
But he will. He's doing that. So do you? What are their names?
what? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know one of them's name is Caleb. So
Is it really?
yeah.
I don't think that DJ's neighbors were named Jerry and Linda. I don't think that's the names that they have.
Definitely not Jerry and Linda. Probably like Ruiz and Tyler. Something.
Ruiz and Tyler.
There's always like one normal friggin' name.
What about you, Caleb? What's your craziest story you got for us?
Like neighborhood story? If we're talking like neighborhood stories.
What resonates with you as a kid, just whenever you were like alone?
Alone is a different story. What like the weirdest thing that like happened in my neighborhood? Okay, well, okay. There's two things. I think the first thing is we used to live on East 10th Street, and we used to walk across the street, and there was like this little playground. There's just a normal playground, and we used to love going there. We used to go there all the time. And then one day we went across the street, and then there were just more and more, like every single time, there was just needles everywhere. Just needles. And then so my mom, she used to have like this little song, like for us whenever we cross the road. I was just waiting for her to make up a song about how to not touch needles at the playground, because I'm like, so that's about whenever we moved out, because my other brother was on the way. He like came out, and then so like we moved. It was around that time because we didn't want to be around
Needles.
Yeah.
needles at the children's playground.
I've been pretty blessed. The only
out.
thing that I had to worry about stepping on was not HIV, but it was dog turds. So
Yeah,
that was it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've grown up in the same house, you know, and it's crazy the fact that like you knew a complete life
Yeah.
in another house like before this one, because this is all I've known.
So that was whenever East 10th turned pretty ghetto. Like it didn't used to be. Like it used to be kind of chill down on East 10th. It's not now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
It's a
not
dark turn.
now. Yeah. Do you live in the same area now, DJ?
Oh no, I live completely different area.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
yeah, it's totally opposite.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite.
What changed that? Like, was it the same kind of thing where you were just like, one too many houses are getting broken into by the FBI. I think we need to go.
I think we were just like my sister moved out, and we were just like chilling in this house that's slowly falling apart. So, and yeah, the neighborhood was trash. And the school I went to at the time, I didn't want to go to the school anymore, so we just moved. It was just a time thing that it was just time to get out.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. Wait, anything else? Do you remember anything in that house, or is there anything in the new house that's happened that's crazy?
Oh, a lot happened in the old house. Not that much in the new house. It's pretty boring at the new house. But the old house, a lot of crazy stuff.
Boring is good,
Yeah, boring-
except for you stabbing yourself.
If you can live and like go to sleep every night and be like, am I gonna die? Like,
Yeah. It's a lot quiet. It's a lot more quiet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The playgrounds were dangerous at the other spot. I remember. So where I lived in an interesting spot. So it's my house, the front street, 3rd Street, an alleyway, and then behind the alleyway, 2nd Street. The alleyway, a lot of sketchy stuff. You always see the old dingy car pulling up and somebody just randomly walking up to the car. That's the first time I knew what a drug deal was.
Oh yeah.
And then 2nd Street, the west side. See, people say the east side's worse than the west side, but the east side's where everybody wants to be a gangster.
That's
the
right.
west side's where everybody comes out of prison.
That's right.
So everybody out of prison's living on West 2nd Street. So you just have a bunch of guys who are straight out of prison, and they're always on the playground playing basketball with a bunch of teenagers. These guys get really mad, especially because these teenagers are really good at basketball. So there's always like fights and altercations, a lot of gunshots. Back before they like fixed up the playground, before like the city like did things, because the playground used to be like 2 slides and like this rock wall with a bunch of graffiti on it.
Yeah.
It used to be pretty bad.
that's pretty inviting. You
Yeah,
know?
it
It's
really
like
was.
you pull up and you're like, I want to stay here with my kids.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids throwing up gang signs like.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty interesting. So I had probably the most interesting neighbors ever though. I had this kid named Thomas that lived next to me. He was the only white kid I've known, like I ever knew when I was real young, like real little. He was like the first white kid I ever met.
Okay.
And his parents were like, I don't even know. They were always in the house. So he would always be outside. He was always shirtless and shoeless and sockless. He'd always wear bare feet. Always bare feet. And I lived on a street where bottles and glass was everywhere. His feet was always bleeding. One day, we were best friends for like a year. And then one day, he says hi to me from inside my own room. I look from my backyard into my room, because my room in my backyard, and he's just in my room waving to me. And I don't know how he got in my house, but apparently he went in my house, went in my room, and was like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Oh, why are you in my house?" That's pretty cool.
You are not supposed, like, we're supposed to be reversed right now.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, yeah," but we still hung out like every day. And then my other neighbors.
How did he get there?
I don't even know. He was just in my house.
Tyler, where are you at right now, man? You know, are you okay?
Yeah,
you
I'm
good?
like-
Are you dead yet? Like,
I assume he's not okay if this is if he made a habit out of this.
doing
No,
this?
it was like a one-time thing. I'm pretty sure. But
you
yeah,
like went in
Well,
your
you
room.
don't know.
I don't know. A lot of things happen.
How do you
Like,
respond to
it was
that
pretty
situation? You
crazy.
like walk in your room, you're like, you gonna welcome me or? Like,
Yeah, bro. He also wrote his name on like my back door window. It was like always there
think
for
you
like
have a
the rest of my
stalker,
life. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. He was pretty cool though. And then my other neighbors, weirdest nicknames ever: Tukey and CB.
Okay.
CB stands for cornbread.
Okay.
Because I guess his mom named him that because
They were all kids, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were Tukey's like 3 years younger than me, and CB was like 8 years younger than me. He was real small. He was like 1 or 2.
Was he called cornbread because he liked cornbread?
I think that's why his mom gave him that nickname, because like the first thing he ate was cornbread or something. But
CB, get over here.
CB's nose was always running. Like every single from 1 to 8, stuffy nose, runny nose every day, and he loved eating chalk. First time I ever met him.
So this is Nolan.
basically Nolan. So I'm outside. We love playing. Me, Tukey, and CB would always wrestle, and we'd play with WWE figures.
Okay.
So first time I ever meet them though, Tukey brings his action figures over. My mom gives chalk to cornbread, and he just starts eating it. He started like piece after piece. He's like, I was about to call him Chalk Boy because like he just loved chalk. I guess he just was eating the chalk, and then my mom comes out. She's like, "No, you can't eat that," and then gets a baby wipe and wipes his face off because it's all his running, and he starts crying. And me and Tukey are just wrestling and playing with action figures, and then burying them in the backyard. If you lose a match when you're 8 years old and WWE, you have to bury them. So I have
pretty
I probably have like 1,000 figures in my backyard.
We had the same ritual. Like
Yeah.
we would. Well, we didn't do it if you lost to WWE. We just buried them. We just buried.
yeah, it
action
was always
figures.
fun. Yeah, me too, dude. I love
Buried a lot of
burying
other
action
things
figures.
back there,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I got action figures, like a little birdhouse that I made when I was younger, and then a turtle from
I'm
Chinatown.
gonna stop you there, my friend. Did everybody else catch that? Because I certainly did. What'd you say? No. Did you hear?
we
that?
just
No.
We
See,
just buried.
no, because that's concerning. What else did you bury back
We
there?
just buried action.
What else
figures.
did you bury back
We
there?
just buried action figures.
What else did? What's the other stuff, Caleb? What's the other stuff?
There's other. So one of the things, I mean, we used to go to the bathroom. Like we're outside, we don't want to run all the way up to the house. We take a dookie.
I got constipated because I did that. So
You didn't have to be constipated. You could just take a dookie in the dirt pile.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and you just,
oh no! Oh, I used to play in the dirt pile.
not only that, but you dug up all of the dirt to make a pool, and then you swam in it.
Wait, so you take a poop, you fill poop hole with water, swim in it, and then cover it back up. That's what I'm getting right.
That just sounds like the
No,
YMCA,
so
brother.
This is like years of time like spread out.
Oh,
so
okay.
whenever I was a kid, like we'd play in the dirt pile, and then we'd do some dirt in the dirt pile.
Then you take a dump.
You take it down, and then you shovel it back up. What I'm saying is, years later, whenever Tim didn't exist, and then whenever he existed, and then he was a kid, they were digging out in the dirt pile, and they dug a giant crater
dug
in
it.
that dirt pile,
4 or 5 feet deep.
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
they filled it with water.
We put a tarp down.
They put a tarp down so that.
But
it
that
didn't-
doesn't make me feel any more comfortable because like I was like every single day I'd come in and like my mom would be like, "Are you like a miner? Like what's going on?" Because I'd be covered head to toe with it. So I was
Oh, a
probably-
miner, like your mining stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, not like because you were a miner. But then, I'm sorry.
No, Caleb. Anything else particularly or what else?
Can't, buried glass. so like if we find like glass bottles or whatever out in the woods, and we like broke it, or if it was broken, we'd bury it.
Yeah,
Does
it
that
makes
make
sense.
Because if you because
I'm just gonna get this out of the way. No living things. No dead things. No living things.
we
No.
buried glass in it.
Yes or no to the living things or dead things question.
We buried some glass.
Okay.
Some action figures, some dookie.
That's a pause button. Unpause. Let's. I'm done with this guy.
Oh, what I buried?
Yeah.
Well, so
Bodies.
a turtle and a bunch of animals. Yeah, my sister, she got turtles from Chinatown in New York and brought them home. And we
stabbed
accepted them. We accepted them. No, it's worse than that. We accepted them. A couple months in, I wake up one morning and my mom's like, "Oh darn!" She drops a light bulb on one of them. Raphael, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you named all the turtles after the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, we had Raphael and Michelangelo because they actually one of their like sides of their face, one was red and one was orange, so
Okay.
it just made sense. But yeah, poor Raffy, he got hit by the light bulb. We had him in the freezer for like a year and a half.
Where was
One
Master
day-
Shifu at this point?
Master Shifu was definitely in the dirt.
Is it Shifu? No, Shifu's that's Kung Fu Panda.
I definitely oh yeah. What's the rat name? Splinter.
Master Splinter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Master Splinter. Yeah, we I had a couple rats in the backyard, but they were definitely buried back there. And then I had to add Raffy to the mix. So yeah, that was a sad day when my mom killed it. Mom killed a lot of things.
You kept it in the freaking freezer.
Yeah, we kept it in the freezer for like a year, and then one day it was in a tea box, and then one day we were like, yeah, we should probably get this out of here.
He's like, all right, I just gotta get an icy pop. Oh, hi, Raphael.
Yeah, it was
Probably been
like
in
that.
here for too long. I don't know.
Yeah. One day we buried them eventually, but I was always digging stuff up in the backyard, and we had a bunch of like cats and stuff back there. It was pretty wild, so they would probably dig them up.
Did you also lose dogs? Well, did you also lose like cat? Like, did you own any cats growing up? Like,
We had one cat growing up. His name was Pongo, but
that's sick.
wasn't in my life for a long time. We had lizards, Spike and Chloe. We had a guinea pig. But we had to get rid of him. My sister was allergic to everything. It was lame. She was allergic to cats and dogs. Anything with fur, she was allergic to. So we had to get rid of everything.
It's
we
for the
had.
best for the guinea pig.
I know.
We had a guinea pig. I hate
One of my younger brothers, the oldest. It's like the next one after me. There's 4 of us.
Okay.
It's me, Joshua, Daniel, Timothy. Josh is the one who did this. He was over at a friend's house and his friend had a hamster, and then the hamster like crawled into his like shirt, and then it crawled into his pants.
Oh.
And Josh is very ticklish, and so he was like, he was crying because of how much this little hamster was tickling him, and he peed.
Oh wow.
He like flooded the hamster out of his pants, and so like, did you not know about it?
I've never heard of this story.
Yeah. So Josh peed on the hamster, and then
Did it die?
no, well, it died soon after that. I don't think it was around for too much longer because like Mrs. Lures.
Oh,
It was Malachi's freaking, but
we're just name dropping here.
they're not listening. You know what I mean? So, but like she was just like she was very very concerned about the hamster because she thought Josh killed it with his pee. So
Dang. That's rough. That's a rough way to go. That's a dumb way to die.
That's a horrible way to like. Why aren't you laughing anymore, Josh? What happened? This a stream, like a river taking a hamster, dead
if you just-
hamster. Stop.
Just
Stop exploring with that idea. I'm cut. Scissors. Can you help me cut this guy up? You're cut off.
okay,
You're done.
Thanks.
That's funny.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I was asking because like we had some like FedEx and like UPS drivers who were just cretins. And they went after every cat they saw. We have had 3 cats that have got hit by
Oh,
mailmen
man.
and stuff like that. And
Sad.
just by mailmen, I'm convinced that they go.
Yeah, probably, yeah. They probably have a streak list in there on
Yeah.
their dashboard.
They take like a nail.
Another
They go.
cat, another day. Yeah, that's funny.
Rabbits, we had those.
We did have
30
those.
of them. We raised them for way too long until our dad got attachment issues to them. And then it was,
and they died in our hands.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So
tragic.
so whenever you have bunnies, okay, the newborn babies.
Yeah, when the next time that you have a bunny.
Yeah, whenever you get them, it'll come sooner or later rather than later. It's great. But whenever they're born, you cannot touch them, breathe on them, nothing, because then their parents, their mom will be like, "Who you been around?" And then kill them all.
Oh.
Every single one of them.
She'll sit on him.
Oh,
So that's the other thing is like she'll
Suffocation,
Yeah,
homie.
she'll suffocate.
that's bad.
So if we went dead, we killed an entire population
Oh,
of
wow.
bunnies. And then my dad the next day would be like, well, you killed the bunnies. And then we would have to come down with them. He'd take them in his hand, throw them out into the woods.
That's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we had but we had Smokey though. Smokey was sick. Smokey was like, he got the humping and thumping, if you know what I'm saying.
He was our
Yeah.
best breeder.
yeah. Yeah. He never had to die.
He's the only black bunny.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We had literally every single one of our bunnies was just albino. They had like red eyes. It looked
It
terrifying.
was Nolan.
And then we had
Like
Smokey.
red beady eyes, like really white fur. So they're really soft, but they're always like
Yeah,
it
no.
was twitching.
they're always
Yeah,
twitching.
they're always twitching. They're always like that kid that you see in the hallway and you go, "Are you good?" Like, no. But we had Smokey, and I'm pretty sure we got Smokey because they were like, "Okay, you bought like a couple of them. Like, we have like one more left. Do you want this one?" And then my dad was like, "All right." But the thing about Smokey was, you know, he would make babies all day. He didn't care. We put him in a cage, get to work. But then after a little bit, then you started to get the bunnies that you come out that were looking like Smokey. All right. So if they weren't white, Smokey would kill them.
He would snuff
Oh
them out.
wow.
He would kill them.
Wow.
And he's like, I'm the only one, dude. Smokey was wild.
He didn't want to have a competition.
No, and
No
he was
comp.
alive. He was alive for like 2 years, and then we finally decided to sell the bunnies, and he was fine. He lived, and he's gone.
Wow.
So pretty recently we're at a zoo. Okay, this past week we're at a zoo, and on the back of the stalls in the bathrooms it says you don't know poop, and it has a fact. It had like a zoo fact. And so Katie, one of the facts that she was reading was that naked mole rats dedicate a part of their cave to pooping. So that's like the poop hole. So they all go and then they poop in that hole, and then they roll around in it so that they all smell like each other's poop. So that if they're out and about or whatever and they smell somebody, they're just like, you don't smell like our poop. And like that's how they like identify themselves.
We should do that.
That's pretty crazy.
You guys time to do that right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of the zoo, I used to volunteer at the zoo. I had like a job.
You don't get
I was a
you don't get like a
junior
gold star for that, but
junior zookeeper, and yeah, it was probably the worst experience I've ever had
Why?
in my life.
What
One day, so all we did was clean. Me and Jeremiah, we actually did it together.
oh, okay, cool.
So one day we're cleaning out the kangaroo and the wallaby little like cage thingy.
That's dope that you can
And-
say that. First off.
Yeah, it was. I felt cool. You know what I'm saying? I hung out with Buster and all the other kangaroos in them, and I lift up the rug right to clean, and the lady's like, "There's like, yeah, add soap to it," and then they pushed all the poop into one corner, and then I step on the rug, slip, go face first in a bunch of kangaroo shit. Yeah, bro, it was bad. It was bad. It was a bad experience, and then I had to
And
go
the
the rest of the
kangaroo
day.
stabbed him.
Yeah. And then me and the kangaroo threw hands after that. Yeah.
And you lost. So that's
I didn't lose.
rough.
I didn't
that's
lose.
that's the only
Listen,
time you
man,
been
he's
face
still
first
here.
into poop. Did you get some in your teeth?
It was. I tasted it definitely. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That smell is always in the air.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
step
go
into the
back
zoo and it's
after
just
that.
it's just
Yeah.
like I think the zoo officially
And then
got,
you're like, oh no, that's just DJ. DJ's here.
I think zoos officially got our zoo got officially lame as soon as our polar bear
Oh yeah,
died.
yeah. We have no polar bear, no tiger, no lion now.
Yep.
It's kind of lame.
Yeah, the lion just died like a week or two ago. It's crazy. And so literally all the fun stuff. We got the stupid giraffes though. Like you'll like look at them and they go, like they're no
You got the
fun.
giraffes back?
Yeah, well we've had the giraffes.
No, they died too. Those are zebras
Yeah,
over there now.
I think all we have is rhinos.
Brother,
at
what
this
are we
point.
doing wrong?
Yeah.
I have a story about the rhinos. So we had a homeschool group that was going to the zoo, and we were checking it out, whatever, having fun. And we went to the rhino section, and we were all sitting there, and we had our tour guide, and she's like, "Look at these guys," and like introducing them, and the one lifts up his tail, and then pees on us. A stream went directly into a girl. And then we were like, all of us like, oh, and we ran. And I've never, ever liked rhinos since. Because I know they did it on purpose. I just know they did.
Are you sure they didn't off the lion on purpose? Okay, so the last time we were there, we were there with the Chick-fil-A for the Chick-fil-A picnic. Our boss bought out like the whole zoo, and we were just at the zoo. Okay. Kate, my wife's side of the family, they were all there, and they have a pretty new kid. She's like 1, 2. She's like 2 years old. So she is like very tiny, and we're all gathered around the lion's like cage thing. It has like big plexiglass sheets or whatever, and it was like laying there. But as soon as like there's kids pounding on the glass, and it doesn't care. There's a bunch of people like taking pictures and flashing it. Doesn't care. No, he didn't care about any of that. As soon as he noticed that her name is Lennox, as soon as he noticed Lennox, he stood up and he just like stared her down, and then he jumped at her, like paws on the glass and teeth like on the glass, was trying to get at Lennox because she was tiny and she looked like food. So so she was like, oh, rightly, as you should.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to ask her how she's doing later.
In life, see if that still is like
That would have that terrified me, and I was standing like 3 feet away.
Yeah, no.
So-
No, I'm sorry, no.
I'm
absolutely.
out. I'm out.
No.
2 years old? Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
No,
out.
and it's like, well, it's like you put the lion there for so long, and you just take pictures of it, and you're messing with it, and it's gonna do something.
Yeah.
one of these
Yeah, for
days.
sure.
And then you act surprised whenever it tries to do something.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
homie's fed up. He's fed up.
Yeah. What animal do we get at the zoo? What animal should we get at the zoo? That would make it all better.
Polar bear.
Just a polar bear?
Polar bear. Dog,
Just a polar bear would make that better?
I think we need something more exotic.
Yeah.
Like an octopus or something crazy. You never see an octopus anywhere.
True. These are facts.
We need to get an octopus.
Wipe out the zoo. Make it an aquarium.
Oh my gosh.
That would be
Like a
sick.
nice
A
aquarium.
nice aquarium.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll miss the otters. I really my
Like
highlight.
you walk in, there's a giant like tortoise skeleton like hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where it's at.
That'd be expensive, but
Yeah, the Erie Zoo has no money. Zero money.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, they
no
okay.
funding.
Yeah, no
whatsoever. That's why all of them are dying.
Yeah, they get no new animals.
They go like-
yeah. When was the last time you heard the Erie Zoo getting a new? And they never get new.
No, that's true.
They get like
And animals are expensive.
Yeah,
they
they're
feed
like-
them like a McChicken a day because they're out of food. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what do you want from McDonald's, man?
Poor penguins, bro. I always see the Arby's bag because they have the meats.
No, I like I love the otters are my favorite because you just go out to them and they were always so hyped. Like
I
they
know,
were
yeah, the
so
otters
hyped.
were
Like you
always
go
hyped.
up, you go
Oh,
like
not no more.
no, they're probably like,
They're like
They're all old, bro. They're like 60.
they're 60.
oh my word. Yeah, they would always like. There's some days that you would get there and they just would not be there though, and then you'd be like, where are they at? I think they were hiding on purpose. I don't know. I think we should. I think zoos really shouldn't exist that much.
I think we should make an entire podcast about the zoo.
Zoocast.
Yeah, ZooCast, and just promote the heck out of it.
Yeah.
I
Get some funding.
want the zoo to be as cool as it used to be because
They used to be lit.
cool.
They used to be lit.
Yeah.
Like Prime 2012, they had every animal, polar bears. Used to be cool. They used to have the
They
train.
used to have like I think they used to have a black bear, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
New
Train
goal.
goes.
We get enough people. Okay, get enough. This is in the future, like far. We do a live stream, and we set up it's a donation stream for Erie Zoo. They bring us, or we go to them.
Like a share-a-thon or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
like a share-a-thon. We go to them, you know, do that little routine where they have the penguins come out, the little hedgehogs, the friendly looking ones.
Yeah, yeah.
We get some money for the Erie Zoo, donate it to them,
Yeah.
feel better about ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Do something for the community.
Yeah.
I like it. That's a good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're on
And then they give you a penguin.
That would be, you know what?
We were just at the DC Zoo, and like I've been to the DC Zoo twice. So the first time I went, they only had like 2 pandas, and now they have like 4 pandas and
pandas.
stuff.
Pandas are sick.
Pandas cost like $1 million a piece because you have to buy them from the Chinese government. I'm just waiting for like a sniper to like come out the corner. But like you have to buy it from the Chinese government, and they're like $1 million a piece for just one panda.
Wow.
Expensive animals, dude.
So, I don't. How much do like animals cost? Like, could you just buy a tiger?
Yeah, what Mike Tyson did,
Mike Tyson did.
True.
They're probably like 10 mil.
but also
You think?
Those
guys-
white
that guy's
what are they called? White Bengal tigers? Yeah, those are probably like 10 mil.
Really?
Probably. They gotta be.
The
Yeah,
panda's got to be
freaking-
way more expensive than a mill then.
Mike
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was crazy. He got a mansion, custom made it with an enclosure, and put his lions in it, and then proceeded to lose all of his money and the mansion and the
Did
tiger.
you just watch like a documentary on
Yeah,
Mike
there's a
Tyson
show.
pretty soon?
Yeah, there's a show.
It's pretty
I
cool.
saw that.
Yeah.
That was so good. You saw all of
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh man. They
Okay.
picked a questionable actor for it though.
Yeah, I know.
He did a good job, I guess.
Yeah.
But and
Did you guys both watch Dahmer?
I started it.
I started
It's
too.
interesting.
Can explain to me like what's going on? both of you.
Sure, yeah. The first episode, you get a nice close up on a bloody meat saw. You know,
Yeah.
so that's pretty sick.
Remember that?
Yeah. Then you hear some screaming and some vengeful action.
Okay.
Then you get a little bit of a minor action thrown in there. You know, like a little flick of it.
Like hard hat.
Nope.
Working in
No,
there.
I'm talking about like
Because the
14-year-old.
first time that you talked about minors.
Shut up, Caleb.
talking about-
14-year-old, like little sprinkle action, little questionable pictures and moral situation.
How did they get away with having that on a TV show?
I don't know. You turn
Netflix can do anything, bro. After Big Mouth, Netflix can
Oh,
do anything.
dude. You get done with an episode and you go, maybe I should take a break.
Yeah, it was definitely
I'm gonna
yeah.
go read the Bible.
It's not like something you can binge watch and be okay.
Yeah.
No. Mentally, you're just like I'm in, but I hate it.
Yeah, I'm at a part where like I think I'm okay because it's like it's showing. So it's starting at like the end of his like the end of the killing spree right now. So they just like caught him, and so I think it's gonna go like I'm on episode like 3, I think, and I think it's gonna go court case, and but they keep showing his past too to show like
okay.
how he got there. So
Flashbacks
they're
and
yeah.
stuff.
So it's pretty interesting though. He had like 17 whole skeletons in his house, heads in his fridge,
Hearts.
like yeah, hearts everywhere. And then they're like, yeah, a lot of stuff was like halfway eaten. Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, no. The way they started the show was so solid. I mean, spoiler alert, but not really.
Because it's a historical
Right.
fact.
Yeah.
'cause This person
but they
existed.
start the show at the end, like whenever he just got caught, and then I'm like, oh, okay, so we're all good now. And because I was expecting something to happen, and I was like, like he gets away with it after. No, like they started there, and then it just kind of works on how he got there. So it's actually like a nice structure, but
Yeah, it's a lot of time flippy. Like it's a lot of you got to pay attention to the time.
it's kind of like that Mike Tyson show.
Yeah, yeah,
watch
that's also
that
time
show, dude.
It's pretty good. It's a really good show.
Watch it.
I'm almost done with Peaky
Explains
Blinders. So as
a
soon as I'm
lot.
done with Peaky Blinders.
It breaks the third wall like quite a bit. Like
What? Oh, does it?
yeah, he's like, and I wanted his head. I was gonna knock him out. And he like zooms back and starts like hitting him. It's like really good. Like cinematically, it is perfect.
It is. It's a great show.
It's so good. The third episode is like, you know, it has the same like thing that you know with Peaky Blinders and Jeffrey Dahmer. Like it's like, oh, I hate myself. I need to take a shower, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like with a girl's perspective.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
word, dude.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna watch it. I'm
Is
not
it-
gonna lie.
Do you guys have like a comfort show, like a show that you watch and then it's like, oh, that makes me feel good?
Oh yeah.
So many shows like
Parks
that?
and
Yeah.
Rec.
Yeah.
Parks for sure, because like there's no like, I mean, there's some sad parts, but not really. It's like all good humor.
Yeah, it's just people leaving the show.
Yeah. I feel.
What about you?
Breaking Bad.
That's your comfort show, dude.
Yeah, bro. I love Breaking Bad.
That's your
That's not a comfort show.
But I just put it on whenever.
He falls asleep to like Aaron tweaking.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
I rewatch just like random episodes. It's like Breaking Bad.
I got into it, and then so what threw me off was the fact. So I started watching it, and then we actually like I was just watching a bunch of other shows in the middle of it, and then like all of a sudden like me and my buddies we went on a trip and we went to Colorado, but we had to go through New Mexico. So when we went to New Mexico, I was like, I
Guys,
hated
look on the roofs. Make sure there's no pizza.
No, I hated it. I hate it. Like we were going through New Mexico and I was like, this is dry, this is dead, and I hate it. So now anytime I watch the show, I get the same feeling of just dryness and like
Yeah, I feel.
just I don't know. It's just
It kind of has that feeling like, okay, so there are some opening scenes where I don't know why this is such a big deal, but they have, well, I forgot why it's such a big deal, but there's like this teddy bear
Yeah, I remember.
that
Yeah,
they follow throughout the entire show.
it's
And,
like the whole season,
Yeah.
and then
in the pool and stuff.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
at the end, you just find out like you think it's like gonna be mad important, and then
It's
at the
not
end,
at
it's
all.
not.
It's a lot of big build up. I don't know. It's a good show still. It's just like
It is a very good show.
there's not a lot of action happening though.
I don't think that it's a comfort show.
No.
but
Yeah,
it
makes
just
me feel
it just reminds
comfortable.
DJ of his neighbors.
Yeah.
That's what's comforting about that. But
Maybe they were, still filming when we were a kid, and that was the neighborhood they picked.
Maybe, but probably not in
Probably not.
New Mexico. No.
But if you think about it like that, then maybe less trauma.
yeah.
So-
probably. It's actually Breaking Bad was in a pretty nice neighborhood. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
it
No,
was.
I was like, well, some of it was, and then he would like go to like the bad. Jesse lived in the bad.
not Aaron Jesse. I said
You
Aaron,
call? Yeah,
Aaron
I was
Jesse.
like, I was thinking that, and I wasn't gonna call it out.
I just didn't know. It's been a while. His name is Jesse. Yeah. I don't know what the actual.
How could you
actor's
forget
name is.
Jesse? He carried the show.
I know he did carry the show. He was the only reason why I kept kind of watching that and Junior.
Walt Jr.
Yeah, Walter Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept watching.
Like, where you
Don't that.
I'm sorry. It's just.
Do I have to censor that?
Why would that be a censor? No. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of good so have you guys ever watched a show and then like knew what was coming so decided to stop watching it? Cuz like you're like, "Oh, it's going to be sad. It's going to put me in a bad mood." Like the rest
There's
of the day.
been. I feel like I start a lot of shows because I've already gotten spoiled by them. So like, I feel like the build up always gets me, and then I still get surprised. Cause like sometimes I like hear stuff and then like you ever get into a conversation and people are talking about something that you'd never seen but you still want to be in the conversation and then you have to go back and watch it later. Like I'm like, oh, okay, so he's about to die, and at the end like I did it with On My Block, so I thought one dude was about to die or get shot, and I found out it was a whole different dude. I was like, what the heck, bro? I was expecting something else.
That's good. That's what's supposed to
Yeah,
happen.
that's what
Yeah,
happened
no.
with Stranger Things, and I'm glad.
yeah,
I'm really
same
glad.
thing.
I get like it got so freaking spoiled for me, and then when we had this guy over here, and he's like, yeah, they just said that like 5 people are gonna die this season, and I'm thinking, okay, we're talking like main
I never
characters.
said that.
You did say that. You were like, you were giving me a count of what they said, like how many people are
Yeah,
gonna die that
I
season.
was messing with you.
Oh, well, 5 people did die though,
Yeah, they did.
and then they. Do you guys? Did you watch Stranger Things?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
the
new one?
newest season.
Yeah, the
No,
newest.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say
5
something.
people
like-
died.
This is what I said. This is
5 people died.
This is what I said in our review because we like reviewed it a little bit. Okay, all of there was a lot of people who died who shouldn't have died, and there's a lot of people who didn't die
That should've
who should've
died, yeah.
That
They
was-
kind of nonchalantly killed somebody off too.
yeah, they didn't even address it. It just
It
they
was
died,
literally in the background, and they said nothing about it.
and it was
I have
like
to watch
a
it.
gross like this, like it wasn't just in the background. Like it went through. Like the shot went through them.
What the heck? I gotta
We
watch.
can't
Yeah,
say
you
too
gotta
much.
watch it.
Bro. We
Watch
can't
it.
say too much. It was really good. What I will tell you is I got my best listening experience in a hammock in the middle of the woods, going to bed at night with mist. So if you can replicate that feeling, if you can do that, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
just
make-
gotta watch it in the middle of the woods. Yeah.
yeah. Just make sure that you don't have any like burn victim friends around you.
If you also want to hear voices, because that he also was just hearing voices right now because he just watched the show, and there's like a voice in the show.
Yeah, I feel you.
And he just
Like, have you ever seen the movie Lights Out?
No, what's that? Is that about the?
It's about
schizophrenic killer, dude?
no, you like turn off the light and like this lady is like there, but when you turn the light on, she's not there, and like she can control the lights, so you're like screwed either way. And yeah, after that, watching that movie, every time I turn the lights on, I swear I seen her, bro. I was
Those are
like,
the
she's
best
right there.
concepts. So like Doctor Who. Have you ever watched Doctor Who?
No,
One of the best things that Doctor Who tried to do, and this is they only do this every once in a great while. What they do is they take like a human like thing that happens to everybody and then they make a monster out of it. So they made the Silence. Okay, the Silence is like this order of these people. Do you ever get it where you walk into a room and then you forget why you were in the room? Like you went into that room on purpose.
Oh yeah, for
then
sure.
you as soon as you walk in the room,
as soon as you get in there,
forget.
you're like, why did I go here?
Yeah, and then so
leave.
you just walk
Yeah.
back out. Okay. So what they said is that they cause temporary amnesia. So whenever you walk into the room, it's because they're standing in the room. And then
They're like around you.
And then as soon as you look away from a silence, then you forget that they were there. Your mind is wiped from it. So they do stuff like that. They do stuff like
The Weeping Angels.
when you get like that like the skin or the hair on the back of your neck stands up. It's because like I forget, but there was like this other monster that they associated. But that like I was like that is like a great idea,
Or
like
the
the concept.
yeah, like, and so they were hammering them out like every single episode.
Oh,
like it
wow.
was like a new monster basically like, every single episode. So they had some like really cool stuff that like so many other like movies like they could have made thousands of like movies out of them, but like they had one called Weeping Angels, and it's like statues of angels. Like whenever you look at them, you can't look away from them or blink or whatever. Because if you like blink or look away from them, then they'll move whenever you blink.
Oh, okay.
When you're looking away from them. So like you'll see one, it'll be like this, and have his like face covered, and then like you like blink or like look away, it's like right in your face.
I think they made a movie about that. I literally just seen like
Yeah?
a trailer
Oh,
for
really?
something where if you like look away, they move closer. I forgot where did I see that. I swear there's a movie, and then there's this other movie coming out. It's called like it's called Smile. Have you
Okay.
seen any trailers for that?
I'm
I
so
saw it.
excited for that. I don't
Yeah,
like
dude.
horror movies, but the promotion.
Tonight we're about to show so Timothy gets scared pretty easily. Tonight I'm going to show Timothy Resident Evil 7. Have you ever played any of the Resident Evils?
Oh yeah.
So Resident Evil 7 it's called Biohazard. They did a demo. And the first time I played the demo, it scared the pants off of one of my friends while I was playing. We were playing at like 3 a.m. And by the way, you need to download it onto Steam. It doesn't take long, I don't think.
How much does it take?
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. But yeah. So like essentially the premise is your wife went missing, and she went as a researcher to like this one old house in like the lagoons and like in Louisiana. So then you go down to like find her. This is years afterwards because she sent you like a little video. You get a video in an email, and then she's like, "Don't come down here." Like, don't. And then like the video cuts out or whatever. So you go down and you wake up in the farm. Like you wake up in the farmhouse because you get like knocked out or whatever by this random thing. You wake up in the farmhouse and you're like creeping around the farmhouse, and like it's just terrifying because like you also find this VHS tape that you play like on a staticky old TV, and like
That's his kryptonite, by the way. That's
the thing that scares me the most is staticky TVs and staticky radios.
Okay.
What's the thing that scares you the most? With movies and like
with
games and
movies?
stuff. Like what gets you the most?
probably the suspense of like being like, oh, everything's calm now, and you're like, okay, oh, there was build up, and then like with the music and everything, and like you're like, oh, it's coming, and then it goes, and it's fine, and then you're like, okay, I know something's still coming though, but yet you still get jump scared.
You're gonna
yeah.
hate this game because the entire thing is silent. You'll hear like creaks, like every once in a while on the floorboards, like right above you, but that's about it.
I wasn't big into horror. I'm still not huge into the horror genre of like, you know, movies or whatever. I'm really excited for Smile though, because like, have you seen the promotion for them?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What they're doing? Have you seen the promotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's why I brought it up.
oh my word, yeah, I can't like I don't know what else they've done. I know they did one with like a baseball game, and like they were like right behind the umpire, and they like bought out all the seats, and they just had it hard. Can you imagine that like posting like you get hired for a job where you just sit there and smile
Yeah.
like
That'd
for
be crazy.
hours and
Yeah.
hours on end?
Yeah, that'd be scary.
How much? Yeah. What about you? What scares you?
Scares
and
me the
stuff like
most?
that? Yeah.
In like movies and TV shows, it's when the person's doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, no.
You're like, don't go in there. You know what's in there. Like, dude, you know what's about to happen. Like, I'm a pauser. Like, I love horror movies, but I'm a pauser. Like, sometimes, like, I'll pause it. I'll be like, all right, bro, I gotta call somebody up, and like, they gotta walk me through this scene. I'm like, I know something's coming, bro. Just help me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm definitely like, come on.
Give me
like,
some context
Like,
clues.
why are you going into the elevator? Like, you know what's in the elevator, lady. Like, I'm definitely like, why are you doing the wrong thing type of guy.
What's your biggest fear in general though? Like what's
Stairs. Stairs. Yeah.
Dog stairs?
Stairs, yeah. And I'm scared of
You
nothing.
mean like
but
stairs that like descend into darkness?
No, stairs in general. Like any stair. Like
for real?
if a railing's not on like the side railing is not on staircase, so I'm not going up. Yeah.
Do you want to guess what his fear is?
What?
Do you want to guess what his fear is?
Take a guess.
Spiders.
No.
Elevators.
No.
Escalators.
No.
Bees.
Escalators.
It doesn't
you
got
casting?
It doesn't got any aiders in it.
Oh.
There's
No
it's not
aiders.
an aider.
Trucks. I don't know.
Mater?
Tomater.
No, I am terrified of freaking open water.
Open water.
I hate
Like depths.
I hate it. Like I'm talking like you're just sitting in the water in the middle of nowhere, no land, you can't see nothing, and then like you like look down and it's just all you see is your legs and then nothing else below you. And you're
Like
just,
traumatizing experience.
no.
Oh, okay.
I've been a swimmer since I was like
Okay.
born. Like I've always been in the water, but I
Oh, okay. Mine's by traumatizing experience.
what did you?
Yeah, dude.
Let's hear.
Bad.
You got me invested. Let's hear.
I remember it like this is the only event I remember when I was like really little. So I was
remember
probably
it
like
like it
2.
was 3 years
I was
ago.
like 2, right? Preschool, right? All I remember it was like raining that day, and I go in and my mom just drops me off at the front door. And the preschool I went to was like a front door, then like a long flight of stairs, and then you at your preschool door. So she drops me off at the front door. All I remember is first stair, I slip, I fall down all these stairs, and I'm sitting there for hours, just in pain, bro. On these slippery, like on like 3, like there's like 5 stairs left, and I'm just like,
They don't hear you at a preschool?
No, bro, I'm just chilling there. It had to have been like 2-3 hours. I'm just sitting there on these stairs, bro. I was like 2-year-old, and yeah, after that, I was like, yo, wet stairs in general, yo, I'm not messing with them. Ever since then, yeah, stairs have not been my thing.
So your friends are like walking in their house, they don't have a railing. They go,
Okay,
just don't
it's
go
not
more-
like seeable fear, like, but like when people like try to rush me on some stairs, that's when a fight might happen. You know,
Bro, I'm not moving.
I move.
down.
I
I'm
would take
really
this one
slow on
step at a
stairs.
time.
See, I have a lot of good memories of stairs. I have like we would take like blankets and stuff like that and like turn them into sleds and just like slide down them.
Oh yeah, I would do that. Like I'm not like scared of like doing that on stairs. I'm just like
You just not
like
moving
let
fast
me
on the
go on my
staircase.
pace down these like walking downstairs. If I'm doing something where I already know like this is dangerous. Like I'm gonna do it regardless. Like I've jumped out windows before, but like stairs in general, and seeing other people on stairs. Like if there's ice on some stairs and somebody's walking upstairs, I'm like, bro, be careful. I'm like one step at a time. You're going too quick. Like
You're gonna
calm
lay at the
down.
bottom of for
I know.
hours.
I know. Like
I'm gonna
like, this
leave
is
you
gonna
there.
be bad.
So you
Yeah.
gotta flip this, and you gotta be the hero now. So like if you, so I was gonna say you could just start pushing kids downstairs, and then when you push a kid down the stairs, you could be like, "Listen, I had to wait for hours, but I'm gonna help you right now." And you pick them up and take them to their
it just
mom.
sounds like a motivational speech right there. I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you.
I put
Even
you
though
here, but I'm here for you.
I'm here for you. No, that's how you kind of like traumatize kids right there. No, so whenever you see like like slippery stairs, so I like for me, whenever I see open water, not like whenever I'm like going down the lake, whatever. Like whenever I go down to the lake, I'm like, okay, not really. Nothing happens. But if I'm over the water at all, like I'm in a boat, anything like that, whenever I see it, I am terrified. I'm like, if I see something descending into the water like a rope, no, it's not happening.
If you drop like
Okay.
a coin,
Dude, if I drop anything, it's staying there. I'm not even gonna try it. Our friend had a pond, and we were swimming in it. And
you have friends.
shut up, Caleb. And they had this raft in the middle,
Yeah.
and it had chains anchoring it down, like from either side. And I was like, and all you could see was these mossy chains just going down, and it was so scary in that. But somebody like threw me my goggles, and they just dropped, and I just saw them go down to the bottom of the water. I said, no.
Nope.
I'm not
going.
I'm not going down. I'm not. So now they're sitting down.
So I swam across Lake Chautauqua years ago. And when we got to the other side, I was not expecting this because from the one side, it's just open water. You know, when you get the other side, it's a port. So you have all these boats, like ships, like big boats, and then they have their anchors going down. I swam into one, and it
No.
I have the same fear that he does. So, but mine is more specific. I hate man-made things.
That's some
Underwater.
that's submecophobia. I have submecophobia too. No, because like if I wouldn't have even gotten close to that port because all
That's
I
called
could
submecophobia.
yeah because all I could think of the entire time was like there's ships below me right now, like
Yeah. So that's what I was originally afraid of, and then I didn't see any, so I was like, fine. But whenever I like ran into the big chain, I was nope, I'm done. We went camping as kids to like this. It's a man-made lake, so it used to be a town.
That's where it
and
started.
They filled it. Yep, they filled it with water. We went out on canoes, and I was terrified that I was gonna like look down and see the top of a house. Like that terrified me for
yeah
some
because
reason.
they said that there was still like 3 school buses in there and like 4 houses.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so actually that is where my fear started because like we were on these paddle boats and then these guys were messing with me. So was my parents. And they were like, Tim, like we scraped on top of something like in the middle of the lake. We scraped on something on the bottom and they said, Tim, that's a chimney. I'm like, no. I was terrified. They had this giant blow up like iceberg thing that you would like climb on. My mom and dad tried to get me the entire time to get on that thing. I would not even leave the sand.
That's funny. That's funny.
So, but do you
like
have the
that'd be
same
cool,
experience
though.
though? Like, do you have like whenever you look at like a thing of stairs that's like wet, you go, huh? You know?
No, it doesn't like scare me, but when I'm on them, I'm just cautious. I'm not really like scared of anything, really. I'm not like really scared.
Yep, turn off the light. We're gonna bag them. we're gonna find a sphere real quick.
Yeah, there's
We're gonna
nothing.
find a staircase.
Yeah, there's nothing like. There's some things I'm cautious about. I'm just extra cautious about stairs, but like I've never had like something that like really like
Shakes
gets me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be pretty cool if I seen a house underwater. You didn't think that's cool?
No, dude.
that's
No.
pretty-
Well,
it's
okay. So
terrifying.
actually, no. There is like part of me. It's so confusing because there's part of me that I'm like, that's sick, but also
We watch a lot of
Terrifying.
videos about people like diving and
underwater and
Oh,
stuff.
have you seen the movie?
Stuff. Which one?
What's it called?
6 feet under something?
No, Dive. I think it's called.
Oh.
Where the 2 girls are like stuck in the shark cage.
That's 6 feet under.
That's 6 feet under.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's 64 feet under.
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah, I
know.
knew it
And
was
the
different
shark
than
is like
6,
coming
yeah.
after him. Whatever.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of shows and movies like that, and I have one of my favorite games is called Subnautica, just because like for some reason the experience just kind of thrills me that much. It's like I see it and I'm like, that's crazy. I'll watch videos of like dudes like finding planes underwater, like a
Yeah.
World War II plane, and then pulling it out. That stuff is fascinating, but if I was in that situation, no.
We'll watch it from
No.
afar. I also love whenever they find statues in water. Like you go down and then there's like,
There's a dude who does that.
I know.
There's an artist who does that on purpose.
yeah, they make sculptures and then they sink
Drop them in the
They
water.
sink
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was a temple that was recently found in China that was underwater. What?
Yeah, same kind of situation, but in Spain. In Spain, they found like just off the coast, there's like a giant, like kind of like not Aztec because that was in South America, but kind of like a temple that looked like that.
Yeah.
That was like submerged.
No.
And it was like
Wow.
50 feet.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but, well, because they were having some insane droughts. So like, it's like they're finding so much stuff underwater. There was a pond or a lake that dried up recently, and they had like a bunch of just bodies.
Oh wow.
All over the place, like and ships all over the place. You could just walk to them. And then there was a body in a barrel that somebody found. And then, but you can literally just walk to these ships that have been underwater for years. Oh wow, that's crazy to me too. I hate that.
Yeah. So I'm sorry we had to dig up all of your fears. Well, you said you didn't have that many, so but anyways, it's good having you on the podcast, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Good to be here.
Yeah, good learning about your sketchy neighbor situation.
Anything you want to let the people know about? Look in the camera, tell them about anything you got going on and want them to know about.
Nah, I got big things coming soon, but like not that soon.
Okay,
But big things coming for sure.
big things coming. Whenever they come, we'll have you back on.
For sure.
We'll let
yeah.
them know. You know,
Thank you everybody for watching.
Death of Vanilla.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Jeez, but I was 16 to do.
Word.